Hey Gemini, it is Meg with Padmes, and I am doing your mid-May reading. What is going on with you for mid-May? We're going to check it out, get some advice, do some clarifying. We already got this Queen of Wands popping out here. Ooh, there's some kind of communication from this hotsy-totsy, so let's see what's going on here. Okay, we're calling in our angels and guides of the highest vibrations of love and light because I don't want to talk to anyone else. And this is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Another one popping up here. Something is clearly not over. Somebody's in transition with something. All right, let's see what's going on here. Definitely some communication happening. If there wasn't, and it looks like there might have been some halting in communication. Yep, there it is. Okay, let's check this out. And we'll do some clarification. We're also going to ask a yes or no question at the end from the Angel Oracle. So start thinking about that yes or no question. And here is that Queen of Wands. Your angels and guides are talking about this energy. This is intrinsic knowingness and creation energy. She is a manifester and she makes things happen. So your angels and guides are talking about that in relation to what your higher self is talking about. Your higher self is talking about soulmate relationships, soulmate unions. And when I say that, I see this King of Wands, the big picture. So here is the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands. And they are showing up in the same reading, the same spread. What this is telling me is this is a divine partnership, divine couple. I will say this though, this big picture, this King of Wands is reversed. And so this, I feel like, is somebody pulling out their energy or unplugging their energy for some reason. We'll clarify and get to the bottom of that. But somebody's having a hard time, and I feel like it's the masculine energy. Somebody's having a hard time communicating. They're like having a hard time being on the same page, Gemini. And to the point where it's like, okay, I even feel like I'm going in reverse, but I'm not. This is happening now and into the near future. I'm not going in reverse, but I'm going so freaking slow that it feels like it. But the reason for going slow is to create the foundation going forward. So it looks like there's been some kind of separation. Maybe not separation, maybe not even physical separation, like just maybe some distance between the two of you somehow, emotional distance between the two of you. Like we're not on the same page about this, but we need to rebuild and go slowly. And this Queen of Wands knows that this relationship is a divine partnership. We've been together in the past, we're soulmates, you're in my soul pod, we have history together. There's this connection coming from this place of wanting to alchemize all this, putting things together that don't even seem like they maybe go together, but then they just work. Like it's like there's something that works here. And your advice is talking about getting the illumination that you can get, bringing that stuff that's hidden out onto the table so you can look at the whole thing. Somebody has some, they're just, I mean, and it could be both of you too, but somebody has some issues, like these would be childhood issues, these would be programs that don't serve us, but somebody's got some issues that they're not dealing with. And it feels like this masculine energy is the one who's like, nope, don't want to deal with it. There's fear there. They're afraid to deal with their stuff. And they're like, they're wanting to communicate, but they just feel like they can't. It's almost like they can't talk about their frustrations. They can't talk about their frustrations or why they're frustrated. And this is release the idea that this king, though, is going to be in and out. So even though he is out right now, or even though he's unplugged and he's kind of not giving 100%, it's kind of like he's incubating. Release the idea that he's always going to be like this. He does have passion. There's a lot of passion here in this relationship. he does have passion, and the two of you have passion together. This resistance, it's like I have resistance to being ghosted, or I have resistance to like fully coming out of communication. I have resistance to clearing my space of this person. I don't want to be away from them. Okay. So, past, present, future. In the past, there's some kind of decision that was made. There's some kind of, like, talk about coming out of the incubation. There's something that was said that felt like, this is how I feel. There's, and I feel like it was said out of frustration. And here is like, oh my gosh, it's being reiterated again. Here's this Knight of Pentacles going really slowly. There's this new beginning in building this trust and respect I'm hearing. There's this new beginning in building this trust and respect, but the communication is slow as freaking molasses. It's so freaking slow. There's this new beginning, but it's moving so slowly. For some of you, I feel like this person could have stepped out of the relationship. This isn't for all of you, but for some of you, I feel like that could have happened. The reason that it's happened is because of these things that this person doesn't want to deal with, and it has to do with commitment. It has to do with worthiness, like how they feel like they can show up in a relationship. It's like self-sabotage, really. But if there hasn't been communication, if the communication has been slow, here is the offer of the cup of love. Here's some offer. Here is the communication coming back in. Somebody's giving, I want to say somebody's giving something a second chance, but there's definitely somebody coming in wanting to communicate and wanting to communicate about their feelings. So let's clarify some of this. I want to clarify this King of Wands. Yeah, wow, look at that. The King of Wands is clarified. Excuse me, Gemini. The King of Wands is clarified with this Knight of Wands. Release the idea that he's going to be in and out like this all the time. And here he is rushing back in. Excuse me, Gemini. So here is this King of Wands, or this masculine energy, rushing back in because of feelings of passion for this queen, passion for this connection. They know what kind of chemistry. I mean, when there's chemistry like this, there's no doubt that there's some kind of soulful past life connection. There's a reason why we do that. We want to recognize each other. And so we have this chemistry that is just undeniable. And I want to get some clarity on this heart of the situation. Somebody is so frustrated. Oh my gosh, look at that. The heart of the situation is clarified. 10 of Wands with 10 of Wands. Basically, this is just saying, yeah, there's so much frustration here. This person has a lot of, I want to say, time building up. Like, they're worried about time. It could even be someone who feels like they're getting older. It could be somebody going through a midlife crisis, some masculine energy feeling going through a midlife crisis, but they want to be on the same page. Okay, they don't feel like they're on the same page. They feel like they're taking on a lot of burden. They want to be on the same page in love. They have so much love, but there's some kind of expectation of love that they feel like they can't own up to, or they can't fulfill, and it breaks their heart. They also don't want to break your heart. Okay. And this Knight of Pentacles moving slow as molasses. Let's clarify that a little bit here, Gem. Wow. So this is crazy. The slowest moving knight in the deck, the fastest moving knight in the deck. This is like, the communication is going really slowly, but the thoughts, this person thinks about you constantly. This person is constantly thinking about you, and constantly, I'm hearing they want to win you over. They want to win you over. There are a lot of knights that are coming up here. There's a lot of movement in May. There's a lot of movement. If there hasn't been movement, there's going to be a lot of movement. This is a message coming in. So I'm also carrying grounding and grounding effects. The more you ground and the more solid that you are, the less flighty that you are, the more they have something to run to or move toward. I want to ask about this advice about looking into these patterns and themes that were created that are not being dealt with. Let's see. Here's the slowest moving knight in the deck again. I can't believe all these knights that are coming up. This is crazy. There's movement here, but it's slow. So keep that in mind. There's movement with these patterns and themes, but they're slow going. But they're also cognizant of what's going on. It's you or the person that you're dealing with, Gem, but this is them recognizing what's going on. They see the patterns, they're able to be aware of them and identify them. So that's definite movement. Yeah, and this could very well be, I'm not going to pull this out right now, but it did flip over, and this is my therapy card. This could be things that they're actually recognizing within themselves without therapy, like they're recognizing their patterns and themes. So I want to get some clarification on this temperance. Okay, there's so much chemical alchemy here. There's so much divine connection here. It is insane. That's why you can't stay away from each other. You can't stay apart. Oh my goodness. All right, Gemini. Let's look at your higher self talking about these past life things. This can be past life things that also need healing. These past life connections, you've chosen to meet each other in life and go through these lives together. I was wondering when this was going to come in. Here's the twin flame card. And that's exactly what all this is talking about. There's so much chemistry. There's so much connection here that this is twin flame energy. So this is reversed. So what this is saying is there's stuff that wants to be like, there's been twin flame energy in the past that hasn't brought union. And this is what you're working on in this life. You're working on the union of the twin flame soul. All right. And wow. This Queen of Wands is saying that this is her emperor, or this Queen of Wands is saying that she's the masculine energy this time around, however you want to work that out. But she is validating that this is emperor energy. The emperor is the counterpart to the empress, and those are the twin flames. So she's validating that. She's saying, yes, in fact, this is my emperor that I am dealing with. Okay, let's take a look at this in and out energy. Release the idea that this person's going to be in and out. They're just trying to figure out what's going on. It looks like they're taking their time, but they're trying to figure it out, and they are, and they're coming back in, and they're coming back in with the message of love. Yeah, they're being protective of their heart. They're being protective of their resources. They're not trusting themselves. They're not trusting they're not trusting themselves. They're not trusting their ability to choose wisely. I feel like also the reason why they're not trusting their ability to choose wisely and they're not trusting themselves is because of this stuff that they're dealing with. They've been told that they're not worthy somehow, and they're figuring out, I'm not only worthy, but I'm the emperor. But they're figuring that out. They don't feel that or know that just yet. And this resistance to separating, basically, this resistance to being alone and not having union. Yep, here's the King of Pentacles. This is the Emperor in the Kings. And Gemini, whether you are the masculine energy or whether your partner is the masculine energy, your partner is saying they don't want to be separated either. They don't want to be, you guys just don't want to be away from each other. Let's look at this past, present, and future. This decision that's been made in the past. Yeah, in the past, a decision has been made not to go through a rite of passage. It could even be like a broken engagement or postponed engagement or a postponed wedding or something like that. This, like, there is some kind of separation, or there's some kind of, some of you are like in separation, and some of you are dealing with this feeling of somebody just closing down, kind of shutting off. You're together, but you're not the connection. Somebody's like just energetically unplugged. But that seems like it's in the past and it's changing, even though it's moving slowly. Let's clarify some of the slow action and slow movement, slow to plan. And this is leveling up the commitment. Somebody's slow to level up this commitment, but they're also doing it their own way. And oh my gosh, here we go. Here's the Page of Cups. This person is planning this. They're planning this communication. They're planning this conversation or email or text or whatever this is, Gemini. And even though they're slow to communicate, they're doing it their own way, and they're going to come and talk to you. I'm also hearing reciprocity. They're wanting you to communicate back. They want to be on the same page, no pun intended. Haha, they want to be on the same page. That's what came up earlier too. Let's clarify this Page of Cups. Let's clarify this message. They've been working on this message, so I wouldn't be surprised if this is some kind of email, or they've been practicing what they're going to be saying to you, Gemini. Or you've been practicing what you're going to be saying to them. It could be roles reversed, but I feel like this is their energy coming to you. Let's just get one more clarifier. They have been practicing, or they have been taking some time to write this letter. Yep. Wow. Here's another page. And they are coming to tell you some things. They are coming to have this big conversation with you, Gemini. The silence is definitely going to cease. The silence is going to cease. Okay. Let's check out. I'm asking Archangel Gabriel to come in and give us some romance oracle. Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. I feel like also this is for the two of you. It's like, see each other as the person who supports you and helps you. You can be reciprocative. You can be friends. You can help each other communicate. You can help each other. Okay. And this is finances and career. So I feel like somebody is using work to actually like get their mind off of this intense connection. They're trying to be busy with work, or they're trying to keep themselves busy with work because they don't want to be hurt. I want to get one more romance oracle. Archangel Gabriel. Give Gemini a message. Yeah, reconciliation. Reconciliation with this communication. And I'm asking Archangel Gabriel again. Start thinking about your yes or no question, Gemini. What's going on here? What do you want to know? Yes or no? And unlikely. Let's get a little clarification around that, Gem. Yeah, there's some kind of expectation here that is too high, or it's different. It's not coming in the way you're intending it to come in, or it doesn't come in the way you are intending it to come in. And I feel like it needs to be tweaked somehow. You need to be action oriented about tweaking this. Yeah, here are fours. This does have to do with some foundation, but this is about the universe offering you something and it not being the right thing. This is about needing to get clear with what it is that you're asking for. Needing to get really clear I feel like you've got other people's energy in your space and you're manifesting for them as well as yourself. And so it's coming in wonky somehow. Just saying, getting clear. This, I feel like, let your friends help you. It's like the two of you, like, again, being on the same page. The two of you need to be on the same page. Something needs to be tweaked. Expectations need to be talked about. Okay. I hope this helped, Gemini. Let me know, like and subscribe, leave me a comment, and I will talk to you soon. Take care, Gem.